My name is Ware, 25 years old. I'm a cage fighter and my weight class is heavyweight. I'm 4-0 right now.
How long have you been fighting?
About a year now, about a good year. Well, what really inspired me to fight was, it's something that I always wanted to do. Actually, before I met Sensei Gathings, I was kind of more into like pro wrestling, but you know, it kind of transpired when I met him over the cage fighting.
All right, we got a lot of good fights on the card tonight, so we want to make sure that you guys make some noise when you get out there, get behind your fight.
I hold a 6th-degree black belt in Tang Soo Do, a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I'm also cross-trained in Muay Thai kickboxing and Taekwondo. A cage fighter training entails quite a few different things. One, it does entail some type of wrestling. It's important to be able to get the fight to the ground if that's the fighter's strength or if that's a necessity depending upon who the opponent is. There's a lot of boxing that's involved in there, making sure that the fighter has great hand techniques. Kickboxing as well, normally Muay Thai kickboxing because that emphasizes on knees and low kicks. And there's a tremendous amount of cardio that is a part of the training as well. It's very important that a fighter has the ability to sustain and make it throughout the rounds so that they are able to be successful as far as winning the match or just being able to make it to a decision. There's also weight training that's involved, plyometrics, and things of that nature.
That left hand, use your right hand to frame, then I want to throw the left hand. If I use my left arm to frame, then I want to throw the right foot.
Good cage fighters do cross-train because it is supposed to be mixed martial arts, which means that they should be training in some type of a solid foundation or martial art, in my opinion. If you look at the individuals who are successful, who are the champions in the various organizations such as the UFC and the Dream and the Strike Force, those are generally individuals who have some type of formal training background prior to training just in M.M.A. So it is important to have an established strength when going into an activity such as this.
So now I'm studying Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's helped me on my ground game. A lot of people really don't know what they do when they get to the ground, so, the Jiu-Jitsu will help me a lot when I'm down there.
We have a saying, and it's called educated feet makes an educated fighter. And what that means is that if they're able to have proper footwork, no matter if you're punching or you're kicking, footwork is important to have.
How'd you feel fighting someone 100 pounds bigger than you?
Actually, going in there, I was pretty nervous, but confidence in me, so I kind of had used his confidence to do the fight.
Aaron Ware shows a tremendous amount of heart and courage. He comes to me, and whenever I come to him and propose a fight to him, he never questions me. He never looks to turn it down. He's always game for a fight, and I think that shows a true fighter's heart. This gentleman was using the cage and laying all of his weight on Aaron, pressing him up against the cage. So he wasn't able to throw any strikes or create this necessary space to do any effective striking because the gentleman kept pressing him against the cage. When Aaron did get a little space and, as the round started to strike, it looks like he broke the guy's nose because when he hit him in the nose, his nose started bleeding. He also was able to visibly tell that the gentleman was very tired. And this comes from the fact that this is one of the things he was doing by pushing Aaron on the cage. It was giving him an opportunity to rest, but also because Aaron hit him in the nose and broke his nose, it probably was very difficult for him to breathe. So we want to make sure that when you're fighting anybody, but especially somebody that's that much heavier than you, that you create a certain amount of necessary space so that you can stay in the center of the ring or the cage and you can implement whatever your game plan is.
sustain during your last fight?
Well, I suffered 2 black eyes, and actually had a cut on my toe. I actually cut my toe once he had me up against the gate, and I tried to get off.
And winner by split decision, fighting out of Academy of Suruta, give it
If you were to go pro, what would your cage name be?
Oh, grown man. That's grown man. You know, I tried to, you know, I was thinking like kind of animal names and, you know, like real vicious names, but I'm like, man, I'm too grown for that. So I was like, all right, I'm grown man, that's what I'm gonna be.